Welcome to the Hmong Peeps Show, the one and only show that brings you ordinary people sharing extraordinary insights. Well, maybe. Here is your host, Chu Effin Lee.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chu. It's Wednesday, January 14th. Today's show is going to be about fear. Okay, and I'm not talking about fear of ghosts or spirits, but fear of people. Before I get into that, I want to talk a little bit about my video. My videos, as you guys can see, I have a YouTube channel. I've been posting a lot of the spiritual content on my Empowerment for Spiritually Gifted Hmong Peeps page on Facebook. Eventually, I'm going to have other shows that doesn't have anything to do with spirituality. I'm going to be talking about current events that's happening in the community, or current events that's happening in America. And I may do it alone, or I might have guests, but then I won't be posting those videos onto the empowerment page. So if you haven't done so, I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and you guys can watch me provide some insights about other things that's not spiritually related, okay? Hit the subscribe button so you can get updates every time I post up a new video. I also want to share with you guys about a live event that I'm going to be involved with in the end of January here, and I'm going to have a guest come on the show this Sunday, and so me and her will talk a little bit more about this event. And my role there is to give readings while they're doing their event. That's what I understand at this point. Hopefully you guys can make it out there to the event. It's going to be in the Twin Cities. I'm very excited about this. I look forward to meeting a lot of new people, and maybe even some of you that I have not met yet. I'm looking forward to that. Let's get into fear. Now, there's many fears as far as being barriers to why you are stuck in your spiritual journey. The fear of seeing and feeling and hearing ghosts and spirits, that's not the fear I want to talk about today. I'll get into that another time, okay? But today's fear is about people and ridicule. Some of you will encounter people who you've shared a little bit about your spiritual gifts, and then you get the kind of feedback that you didn't really expect, which is, they give you a certain look, or they might just brush you off like you're nuts. That's happened to me. It still happens to me, believe it or not, to this day. That's why I'm very cautious about who I share my spiritual experiences with. I mean, even close people to me, like my siblings or my cousins, they'll give me certain looks. I mean, they know I've been doing this for a long time, but they don't believe in what I do, or they don't believe in the paranormal at all, or in spirituality at all, then that's them. And I don't have a problem with that. I think people are free to believe in what they want to believe in. But when we start to allow people's feedback, such as those negative feedbacks about being crazy and not really seeing things, but it's all in our head, we tend to shut down very quickly, because it makes us feel like maybe we are crazy, because the rest of the world is not experiencing what we experience, therefore we're the crazy ones. So it's easy to feel that way. If you can practice on just not giving a shit about what people say about your spiritual experiences, then that's going to help you grow faster. And not giving a shit means, this applies to your spiritual journey, and also I think it applies to us in our everyday life as well. Because us Hmong people, and I'm generalizing here, and you guys may or may not agree with me, you guys may or may be offended, but here's what I see. I think in our community, we are a people who value face, especially our parents' generation. They want us to save face, have a good reputation, blah blah blah. And I think to some degree that kind of value of our face is a huge barrier to our true potentials. Relating to spirituality, when we hear people say about us that we're crazy, there's that guy over there, remember, he's the one that says he sees ghosts and spirits. And if we buy into that, it's going to make us shut down, and then we don't want to talk about it, because then we feel out of place, and we feel embarrassed to some degree too. We step back and we probably question ourselves and say maybe we are crazy. In everyday life, you think about how our parents' generation, they're so cautious, and they value faith so much that they limit us to our true potentials. For example, education. Let's just talk about education. Now, every parent out there, and I'm a parent, and I think most of you are parents, you want what's best for your kids, and I understand that. and I am a big fan of being a parent who wants what's best for their kid. But I think there's also an issue as far as how do you say that message to your kids? How do you tell them that you want what's best for them? And there's no right or wrong way. My experiences and from what I've seen with other people that I've come in contact with, their parents have told them the wrong thing, I think, in my opinion. Because when we talk about education, the parents are always saying stuff like, you need to be a doctor or a lawyer. I think that's very common in the Asian community in general. They want us to go that route. And if we don't go that route and we don't land a good job, then they lose face. They as in the parents. Another issue is divorce, right? Some of you out there watching me might be a divorcee. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you are a bad person. There's many reasons why people get divorced. As a matter of fact, for me, I'm not one to be telling people to stay together. You know, the older generation, they usually say, "Shi'uwa," and you guys can get through this. I'm more like, if there's a pattern of physical violence, abuse, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental abuse, I'm not one to be telling people, "Hey, hang in there." No. If it's been really bad, I'm the guy that's going to say, you guys need to separate, you guys need to go your own ways. That's just me. And I don't care about face. You know, it took me a long time to not give a shit about what people say about my life and what I do. I mean, I'm not a perfect person. I've never claimed to be a perfect person, but I think I have the best of intentions when I'm helping people, and that's what matters the most. And some of you guys might, say, the way Chu talks, sometimes I'm not sure whether he's legit. I can't control what you think of me, and really I don't really care, because again, I can't control what people see me as or think I am. But in my heart of hearts, I believe I have the best of intentions to help people, and whether I do it in a way that doesn't fit a certain person's model or approach, that doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just my way of doing it. And I want to pass this message on to you guys, because when you guys are going through your spiritual journey, you may not do things the way I do it, as far as like helping people. You may not do it the way your friend who is a shaman or a gifted person do it. And they're not going to do the same way as you do it, but the intention has to be pure, honest, and positive, okay? I mean, if you have bad intentions, then I don't care how you do it. If it's bad, it's just bad. I wouldn't want your help if you had bad intentions, okay? So when you guys are opening up, some of you guys already opened up as far as like spiritual gifts goes, try to think back about how and why you're stuck where you are. Take a few moments and just think about that. I can say with confidence that you are stuck because maybe you have that fear of how people might perceive you, because you can see spirits, you can sense spirits, you can hear spirits. When you see people give feedback not just on you, but on other people who claim to have those abilities, then you start thinking about your face. You know, how are people going to see you? And that's the huge barrier that I think a lot of people encounter. It takes a thick skin too. And I'll share with you again how I've done it. I just don't give a shit. That's just me. Remember, we cannot control what people think of us. As much as we as a human being on this planet, as much as we try to do the best that we can to help people become a better person, there's going to always be somebody out there who's going to hate on you just because that's their thing for some reason. I mean, when I've done my videos, look, my content is not going to appeal to everybody. Okay, I'm aware of that and I accept that. But, I've had a couple of like thumbs down on my videos. Who cares? I don't care. If you like the content that I'm putting out there as far as like spirituality goes, then continue to listen. If it doesn't resonate with you, watch something else. That's how I feel about it, and that's my honest feelings about what I'm doing. But my intentions are good. My intentions are trying to help people connect with other people, connect with their guides, connect with their spirituality, so they can grow and help others around them. That's my goal. So remember this. If you can take anything out of this short episode today, is don't give a shit what people think about you. This is going to help you spiritually, and it's going to help you personally. I think it's in our blood as Hmong people, where we value faith so much that I truly believe it's a huge barrier to why we cannot excel. You don't want to excel to satisfy somebody or somebody else. You want to excel for you and perhaps for your loved ones. I think that's the ultimate goal in life, right? We want to be able to excel in what we want to do so we can provide a roof over our heads and put food on the table. I think that's a common goal for all of us. But the reason why some of us are stuck and we cannot reach that goal is the lack of confidence that we have in ourselves, because we pay too much attention and we give too much value to people's negative feedbacks. So I hope that makes some sense to you. I hope you have some time, or make some time to go think about why you are stuck, so you can get unstuck and then grow from where you are and reach your goal. That's pretty much it for today. It was a very short episode. I'll talk more about fears in upcoming episodes. Fear is like an umbrella, and there's many sub fears, if you want to call it that, can be a barrier to why you cannot grow or move forward with your spiritual journey. Okay, so that's it, folks. Take it easy. We'll see you next time.